Welcome back to the channel everyone. So in our previous video we have discussed about throw keyword, that how to throw an exception explicitly and how can we create our own exception. So we will continue with this topic, and now there is only one thing remaining in exception, which is what is throws keyword and what's the use of it. Okay, so let me show you the use of throws keyword. So let's take a try catch block first. Okay, and put here exception E and write system.out.println and print here. Okay, let's take arithmetic exception instead of general exception. Okay, arithmetic exception, and write here error. So let's take previous example, which is you cannot divide a number by 0. Okay, so let's take integer variable I equals to 5 suppose, and take answer double equals to I divided by 0. Okay, so as we all know, this throws an error. Now instead of writing this line throw new arithmetic exception, instead of writing this line, what we can do, we can specify this thing here in method signature. This is known as method signature. So we can specify, or we can throw an exception in method signature. How? Just write throws here and then write the name of the exception, which is arithmetic exception in our case. Okay, so if I write this, now this line will throw an arithmetic exception and control comes to this part and it will print error. Let's see it works or not. So yeah, it works perfectly. As you can see, it prints error. So instead of writing this line, you can specify this thing here also. Okay, and there is one more advantage of throws keyword, that you can specify multiple exceptions here. For example, you can also specify here array index out of bound exception. Okay, so let's take an array here now. So let's take integer array equals to new integer, and let's take the 5 of size is 5. Okay, so it can store total 5 elements, and if I try to initialize the 6th index element as 15 for example, so it will throw now array index out of bound exception. And to handle this, we have to create another catch block here and just write here, write array index out of bound exception. Okay, so let me change the message so that you can see that first you can write you cannot divide a number by 0, and because this is arithmetic exception, and here you can write that size exceeded. Okay, because our size is 5 and we are trying to access 6th index element. So for a moment comment this line so that it will throw an array index out of bound exception. So if I run this program now, as you can see, it says size exceeded. Oops, sorry, size exceeded. Okay, so as you can see, it says size exceeded because our size is 5 and we are trying to access 6th index element. Okay, so that's how the thing works. And if I remove the comments and let's say I want to access 4th element, so now this will not throw an error. So if I run this program now, as you can see, now it throws an arithmetic exception because we are dividing the number by 0. That's why this catch block is executed. And if I write 2 here, okay, and again I write 6 here, so now as you can see, now it will not throw an arithmetic exception because now we are not dividing the number by 0, but it will throw an array index out of bound exception because we are trying to access 6th index element, as you can see. Okay, so this is the advantage of a throws keyword, that you can specify multiple exceptions here within or with method signature instead of writing within this method. Okay, so that's all about throws keyword, and from next video I will explain you about the threads and so many things other. Okay, so if you do like today's video, please hit the like button. If you have any doubts or comment, you can ask me in the comment section below, and please subscribe to our channel. Stay tuned.